welcome to today's episode of Coffee Break. And today I'm here at Ivy's house. She's invited me to come and have a look at some of her photographs. Now, I was in the Hannaford Seniors and Community Centre a couple of weeks ago, and that's where I met Ivy. And she said to me, I love watching Coffee Break. And I said, well, why don't you come on it? And she said, all right. So Ivy works as a volunteer in the new Red Cross shop up in Rozelle. And this morning I followed her around with my camera. So we'll go up and see what you do in the op shop. Yes. So, Ivy, I always say that if women stop doing their volunteer work, or maybe not just women, but if people stop doing their volunteer work, the world would stop revolving.
Oh, I think it's wonderful, and I think that more women should get out and enjoy the contact with other people on the social level with volunteering, because it's very, very rewarding. And it fills in your time and you're doing a great service to the community. So that this type of retail outlet that Red Cross has begun is a very new thing, and it caters for a cross-section of the community who now can feel comfortable coming into a retail outlet that has some beautiful clothes which are new and donated. The pricings are very, very good. Our jewellery, handbags and shoes, a majority are new, a lot of new clothing, most of it donated. We take donations and we're always looking for volunteers, so if anybody would like to come forward and volunteer for a few hours per day or a few hours a week, which would be wonderful, and they just need to come into the shop. If they want to drop off any donations, they can also just come into the shop and drop them off. And we'd thank them very much for that.
Okay, so Ivy, you're going to take me on a tour now, aren't you?
Okay, yes, we will. We'll show you around the shop and you can see for yourselves that it's a wonderful upmarket retail outlet here in Rozelle. So the ladies on the peninsula have another option of shopping.
I know, and it's an interesting thing, this little part of Rozelle, the number of recycled shops.
Yes, that's true. And so I think we've got a first because we're very upmarket and beautifully done out in colour coordinated areas with lots of jewellery, handbags and shoes, belts, scarves, evening wear, day wear, coats. It's wonderful. We have jewellery here, some beautiful jewellery and accessories, earrings, shoes, handbags. And then across here, of course, we've got the boots, a range of boots and shoes, scarves, beautiful handbags. All the handbags are new. We have suits for the gentlemen, jackets, shirts, jeans. So they're not left behind. Those that come in shopping with their women can come and shop for themselves, which is wonderful. We have a lot of men come through and it's lovely to see. Over here we've got some more in the pinks, the blues, the denim jackets. In the jewellery range there is necklaces, bracelets, earrings, all sorts of bracelets, thick and thin, wide and narrow, and shoes, high heels, flat shoes, all sorts of things. Funds raised through the Australian Red Cross through our retail stores goes towards the everyday work of the Red Cross, supporting a range of programs and services for vulnerable people across Australia and Asia Pacific. These includes programs like the Good Start Breakfast Club, which provides a free nutritious breakfast for Aussie school kids each morning, or Telecross, which provides daily reassuring home phone calls to elderly people living on their own.
So, Ivy, you volunteered to be a worker here in the shop. So what was the process of learning?
There was a few training sessions of learning how to use cash register, merchandising and ticketing, demining the clothes before they go out into the shop, and making sure that all the goods are first class condition that we can take out into the front shop for sale.
You've recently moved to Rozelle?
Yes, I moved in 2003. And once I moved in, I thought I'd need to get involved in the community. So after, of course, I had a few setbacks with my health and hip and everything else. But after that settled down, then I got involved with the Hannaford Centre and my work with the RPA hospital at Camperdown, and just recently with the Red Cross at Rozelle.
So, Ivy, you're retired, but you're working harder than ever.
Yes.
And you do a lot of volunteer work. And can you tell me about this photograph, please?
Yes. Well, when I began at RPA at Camperdown, I was doing odd jobs about the place, and then I found my little niche as a fundraising volunteer, and I opened up a little shop which started off with just selling corporate RPA memorabilia, and then it grew from there, so that now that I have ladies from the Hannaford Senior Centre at Rozelle crocheting and knitting, making scarves and bonnets and hats and bunny rugs and things like that for me to sell. And the patients themselves, the visitors to the hospital, the staff have been wonderful. They bring in donations of books, of toys, of various odds and sods that they don't no longer require, which I sell at the hospital.
And you've raised quite a lot of money, haven't you?
Yes, we have. And there's a few other volunteers that were before me. And this is a group of fundraising volunteers. And on February 2008, we donated a bladder scanner to the oncology department, which was worth $17,200. And apart from that, we've given $13,000 in various small gifts to various departments within the RPA.
Ivy, I think your blood might be worth bottling. And you really enjoy your work?
I thoroughly enjoy my work. I love talking to the patients that come in, because they're always strolling in and out of the foyer, or their families. The country people are just delightful, and generally just love it.
So, Ivy, you also were a volunteer in another organisation, weren't you?
Yes, with my old school. So that was the St Mary's Ex-Students Association of Liverpool in New South Wales. I was associated with that for about 22 years. And we also did fashion parades there in the heyday with 300 or 400 people attending. And we, in the later years, of course, it was down to just cake stalls and hobby and craft selling at the church on 2 occasions per year. And we donated our funds to the Sisters of Charity at Liverpool, which were used in various ways, and some of them were used for scholarships for needy children. One of our projects was building a little garden around a statue at the primary school, and the committee did all that work. We dug it with spade, and we had a bricklayer come in and do the brickwork for us, and we did all that for us. And then the other photo here is the committee actually at the stall. That's the last committee for 2009 for the ex-students, and this is a shot of everybody at the Catholic Club, 300 odd people.
So, Ivy, you're a real mover and shaker.
Yes.
Welcome to our community.
Thank you.
Where did you live before?
I lived out at West Hoxton, which is the suburb outside, rural area outside Liverpool, and I was there for 30 years, and that's where I raised my 3 sons.
And did you farm?
No, we didn't. We just lived on it, and the boys had plenty of room for riding their bikes, their mini bikes, their quad bikes, and their paddock bashes. This is a photo of my sons. I think it looks like it must have been a school formal that we might have been going to. This is a photo of us clearing the paddocks after I'd sold the farm, when the trucks came in to take all the cars away.
So did you move from the farm to Rozelle?
Yes.
So how have
Yes.
you adjusted from rural lifestyle to an inner city lifestyle?
Very easily. I've always loved the city. When I was first married, we had a terrace in Glebe. So I was there for 2 years, and then of course we thought, when we're rearing, first son was born, so we thought it would be nice to go out onto acreage. So we moved out to Mount Pritchard and then eventually out onto the acreage.
The world's so changed now.
Yes. And to think in those years, we bought 5 acres for the cost of a building block that would have been in Liverpool, which was amazing.
Is it still a farm or has it been turned into residences?
No, it's still a farm. 2 brothers bought it and they've still got it. And one of my sons has eventually bought 5 acres and built himself an old style farmhouse. And this picture is me on the quad bike with my granddaughter. This is my first year of my granddaughter, and we used her on our Christmas cards, our little angel.
So Ivy, how many grandchildren do you have?
I have 3. I have Emma, who's now 16, and Jacob, who's 13, and Zachary, who's turning 9 in May.
Well done. Hello, my name's Jan Wood and you're watching Coffee Break. And now I'm back at the Hannaford Centre in Rozelle. It's recently been restored and refurbished and it's absolutely beautiful. Now, it used to be the community centre for senior citizens, but now it's more a community centre for all age groups. So, young or old, you're most welcome to come here. And there are lots and lots of exciting programs. But I have adjusted to the fact that I am a senior citizen. I was in denial for a while, but now I've come to the conclusion that I'm never going to be 21 again. Things are, from here on in, will probably get more difficult rather than easy. So to cope with this psychological adjustment, I've been writing poems. So I'd like to share one of my poems with you. This one's called But I Wouldn't Do It Now. Okay. When I was young, I ate toffees and profiteroles. Oh, but I wouldn't do it now. When I was young, I wore heels this high. Oh, but I wouldn't do it now. When I was young, I climbed ladders, painted ceilings and walls. Oh, but I wouldn't do it now. And then there's a whole list of things that I'm grieving for because I can't do them. So the punchline to my poem is, when I was young, I could stay up all night. Oh, but I couldn't do it now. So thanks for letting me share that with you. Let's now go inside and catch up with Ivy and her, I think they call themselves the Stitch Bitches. So come on inside. Tell us about this group.
Well, this is a wonderful group that when I first moved into the area, I need to socialise with somebody in the locality. And I came here to the Stitch and Bitch group and met these wonderful ladies. We make patchwork quilts, crocheted rugs, bandages, coat hangers, various bits and pieces.
Now I'm so impressed with this craft group. They've been going for many, many years and they help so many charities all around the world. So, Ivy, what do you make?
The coat hangers. I knit round the face washers. I've made aprons. That's about it. I organise. I'm a very good organiser. Very good organiser.
Oh, well, I know that. Now, I first met Ivy when I came to the Hannaford Senior Citizens and Community Centre about a fortnight ago. Yes. I came to inquire about services for my mother, but Neshmia, who's the coordinator, looked at me and said, well, you're perfect you're the right age. You're the age we want. And I looked at the program and it's really good. There's computer club and there's digital photography club and Tai Chi, all sorts of things.
Art classes, writing classes, exercise classes, AA Anonymous, Weight Watchers groups. Yes, it's very, very varied.
Okay, and it's a brand new building and it's just lovely.
Yes, just been renovated, so it's got lifts in it for the disabled toilets, lovely kitchen, if anybody wanted to hire the large hall, which is wonderful. So it's really great for the area.
Okay, and you love coming to Bitch and Stitch.
Yes.
They sit and they sew and they knit and
we chat, and it's wonderful. It's a wonderful outlet. Hello, my name is Ivy, and we're here at the Red Cross Shop at Rozelle again with Jan Woods from Coffee Break. And I'm a volunteer here, and all volunteers are welcome. We need some more volunteers, so anybody would like to come along and put in a few hours in the shop, that would be lovely. Just come in and see us any day. We're open 6 days a week, 10 till 6.
So, Ivy, the Red Cross is a very, very worthwhile organisation, and I was looking it up on the internet, and it was founded in roughly 1860 by a man called Henry Dunant, and he's a Frenchman, and it was the time of the Crimean War. So since then, the Red Cross has grown to be a global organisation, and when I ask people, what do you know about the Red Cross, quite a few people said that it was an organisation that did good things for the community and in war and things, but apart from that, they didn't really know. So it's very interesting if you go to the Red Cross website and have a look.
That's right, yes.
There's all sorts of things that happen, and apparently there are 100 million volunteers worldwide.
Yes, all over the world, where we give relief during wars, we give relief during disasters within Australia and outside the country, and we also do the blood collections, we do the breakfasts, and I think that's about it. And now, of course, they've opened up these volunteer shops, which is wonderful. Retail outlets which sell beautiful clothes, new and used, shoes, handbags, scarves, name it, everything. It's just wonderful.
Okay, so sometimes when I go out the door, I think, oh, Jan, you look like Barbie's grandmother. I like pink and I like frilly stuff. And I actually looked up Barbie on the internet.
Oh, did you?
Oh, yeah. She was born in 1959 on the 19th of March. Oh. So she's a Pisces like me.
Oh.
And she's also pushing 50. So rather than Barbie's grandma, I'm more like Barbie's big sister now. And poor Barbie, she's about to go into menopause. And a few years ago, I was in Tasmania and I was talking to these people at a stall about being Barbie's grandma. And they go, oh, that's a great marketing idea. Because you could have all sort of things like Barbie's grandma camper van, where you could have wheelchair access at the back. And you could have Barbie's grandma's funeral plan for Ken. They railed off a whole list of stuff.
Oh, yes. Just wonderful.
Okay, so Ivy has volunteered to play Barbie's grandma with me, and using the stock in this wonderful shop, she's going to dress me so I look a little bit more corporate. I need to look a little bit more corporate. So she's picked out some things from the shelves, and she's going to dress me up to give me a more corporate image.
Yes. And I think we're going to have a lot of fun.
Are we going to play with the hats and the shoes and the jewellery?
Yes, I just thought we could do the handbags too. I'll drape a handbag over your shoulder.
Okay, let's roll.
Let's rip it.
So Ivy's dressed me up in this outfit, and it's very, very posh. It's got beautiful velvet lapels, and she's chosen this scarf to go with it. Now, she might like to select a handbag. Now, to go with this gorgeous outfit, she selected this beautiful handbag. Now, a lot of the handbags and clothing here are brand new, and I think they're sourced from very exclusive companies. I mean, this is just superb. Okay, now Ivy's selected this little model for me. She says it gives me a younger look. It's actually very, very comfortable. Yeah, and I used to be a wardrobe mistress, so I've always loved clothes, and it's quite a feast coming in here with all the different things. Now, Ivy's going to find me a matching handbag. Okay, now Ivy's selected this handbag for me because Barbie's grandma's going away, and I'm headed to the airport. Okay, Ivy, what have we got now? Okay. So Ivy's chosen this outfit for me to go shopping with. And it's very comfortable. It's corduroy and it's, as you can see, nice and stripy. Now, Ivy, what handbag would you choose? Ivy's dressed me now. This is my shopping outfit and this is my bag. Now, just read what it says on the Red Cross sticker. Thank you for saving me from landfill. Australians purchase over $20 billion worth of clothing each year, and $1.56 billion of the clothing purchased is never worn. So if you have things that you'd like to donate, I think the Red Cross is a very worthy cause. Anyway, what do you think? Now, Ivy's dressed me for a corporate business meeting. So this is this outfit. Someone just said I could also go to karate wearing it. But Ivy, what handbag would you choose for me to wear with this? This is where I'll put all my corporate folders, my paperwork.
Now, the Red Cross retail outlet is at 656 Darling Street, Rozelle. It's near the corner of Victoria Road and Darling Street. So all come along and enjoy your shopping sprees.
And Ivy's going to let me come back again and to play Barbie's grandma, and next time it'll be Barbie's grandma parties on.